Hi, this is Judy Ellish with the Daily American, and we're here with Jacquie Brenneman, who works for the Family Center, and she has something to tell you.
I've worked with the Family Center since 1995, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what happened in '98 when the tornado hit Salisbury. I was working here. I knew about it. I stayed up all night listening to it, wondering what was happening. But when I came over on Monday morning, I couldn't actually even get into the area because that was blocked off from both directions, and we had to park and walk in. And when I walked in, I can still remember seeing the devastation. I had no idea that a tornado could do that much damage to a community. There were trees down and houses that were completely gone and houses that were leaning over and dead birds. I remember the dead birds. And we came to the Family Center and we all just kind of didn't know what to do, but immediately our supervisors started making plans and we started calling and seeing what we could do to help out. We went out into the town. The first thing we did was go out into the town and start talking to the people. People were just walking around like they were, they were lost. I went to visit some of my families first to see how they were, help carry things out, do that kind of thing. And then probably the next day we had organized people bringing things, donations here, and this became like the school and the Family Center became like the nucleus of the donations. People brought donations here of food, of clothing, of furniture, water, and everything pretty much was organized out of the Family Center. For if someone needed to come in and cut wood to help clean up wood and trees and things that were down, they would come here to get a schedule, go to the Family Center, find out where you're needed. So we worked here for, I remember the whole month from June into July. It just seemed like the whole month, we had lost the whole month. It was the 1st of July and you just didn't even know where the time had gone because you were just working so hard and trying to help people, and we just had hundreds of people come here. We had donations. I think one of the reasons that it worked well for us is because we had helped out with crisis situations before, like when people would have fires, the Family Center would call and we would get donations, and we would go pick donations up and bring them here or deliver them to people and help people out. So whenever this happened, we kind of were just like, we just fell into that. And that was what the Family Center was all about. Helping people, helping the community, and doing whatever needed to be done. And it didn't matter whether you were supposed to be working 8 hours or 7 hours. You just did what needed to be done, and that's the way the Family Center was. And we also had a counselor here, so it was really the best thing for another counselor to come in here, where people could come here for counseling, and then we just followed through on that. And it was probably, I'd say maybe, I don't remember for sure, but I think it was a couple of months before we actually got the Family Center back to the Family Center and got everything donated and things taken care of. And it was just, if you don't actually experience a tornado, if you haven't lived through it, seeing it on television does not even, it's not an iota of anything that you really see when you live through it. When you see the devastation on the people's faces, and you see, and even the other day I drove by and I looked, and there's a hole there where there used to be a house. And so living in the area and seeing this, you never forget it. And you never, when you look at the sky, as soon as the sky turns black, you look up and you wonder, is it going to happen again?